This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already here, they'll audible to something else. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Lions defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, lift!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Go! Louis. 4 down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. You talk about this Washington defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. To throw is Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Gone. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Commanders 0.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw here. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 7. In motion right goes Allen.
65 cats, 65 cats. Ready, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 7. Now gone. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So first and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there, but they're across the 50 at the 48 now. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ready?
Second and a couple. And McLaurin, the motion man, right. Second and 2. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 3. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now Goff on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10. Goff again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready? Panther 11, go!
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Lions 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Now a throw here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
2nd and 11. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And now an audible here into something else.
19 Lions.
Allen, the man in motion left. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that was open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and 1. Allen on the screen. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. I'm sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th.
It's 4th and goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able... And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. Let go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Lions will take over. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year.
And my goodness, another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Hold the ready.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Hey, smash. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Commanders 27, Lions 3.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a...
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 60 yards. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Back to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. St. Brown on the catch. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a two-point conversion. It's complete, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a two-score game here in the fourth. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.